Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us here tonight for our first silver match of the season. I am the Loud T-Rex, joined here by the wonderful, illustrious Elfie. Elfie, how you doing tonight?
Good. I'm doing great.
You like that, right? Illustrious. Anyway, so want to give you guys a thank you for joining us here tonight. We're going to be doing the Silver Division. As you guys know, we have transitioned over to a little bit more of a league style kind of setup. So these matches now do count, especially towards the end, which I think it's towards the end of May, which we'll be doing the playoffs. So for those of you at home who don't know, understand that there is also a bit of a difference. Sometimes you will not see the matches just because of the amount of people that are per division. So, Elfie, tonight, Game of Thrones versus Horned Beast. How do you feel about them tonight?
Man, I'm pretty excited. I haven't seen Horned Beast play in a while. The last time I was on, it was Game of Thrones in a sound. So I'm hoping that Game of Thrones will bring out their Goats of Throws again. And I'm really looking forward to some of these people. I'm just not sure. I haven't really seen a whole lot of. Yeah, you got Chibi Kitty, and I love Chibi Kitty.
Right.
But like Incubus and Sentimental are not names that I really recognize.
No, I think we've seen Sentimental a little bit. Saberix off taking. Usually they also play DPS. We also have Charvi coming in, as she's been known to. She's usually in the front lines. Chibiki as well is the team captain. Not going to be in the first round. So not really a lot of changes, particularly during the off season. So we're going to be seeing a lot of the same names that we've seen before. That being said, though, if you do have friends that are in the silver that want to get a little bit better, go ahead and shoot them an invite. Ain't that right, Elfie?
That's right.
As you all know, you'll be seeing Elfie play. Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Oh, you'll be seeing Elfie play tomorrow in the gold division. So
victory.
Make sure you guys are staying tuned for that, and thank you for the follow. So just waiting on our game host, and it looks like here we go. First map of the night. It's gonna be Nepal. So Nepal, control point. Definitely a lot of different angles. What could we be expecting here, Elfie?
Like always, goats. But really, with these kind of maps, I always love to see Lucio out here. You know, you got to get the quickest to the point. So I'm hoping to see that from Charmy because her Lucio is on point all the time. I'm hoping to see that wonderful diva and some fat bombs from Chibi tonight.
All right. Well, there is that. We will probably be seeing a little bit of Hanzo, probably some Widowmaker. Well, it depends on really how their aim is. Ooh, Afaro. We're going to be seeing that. A lot of good air control here. A lot of different nooks and crannies in which they can hide through. And thank you for the follow. I will see your name here in a little bit. It's very, very small for me to see as of right now. But all right, here we go. Looks like you're not seeing the goats just yet here, Elfie.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. But here we go. Both teams coming out on in. Darius Fulton is going to be playing on his standard Reinhardt. They're going to be coming in straight in onto the point. Meanwhile, the Horned Beasts do grab a little bit more of the high ground. Sentimental is playing the Rhine as well. Looking in and how they're going to start. And the initial match starts off as the Fire Strike lands everything in their way, looking to try and get through that. But Darius Fulton holding. Good discipline by him, pushing him forward. And Wheezy did nothing, taking Sentimental out relatively quickly, as it seems that the Game of Thrones is still holding on to their throne. But Sentimental does get a pick on Kagro. That's going to be absolutely huge as they're starting to get in on the point. They still got a bit of a poke match, but now they're deciding to make their way in. Sentimental does get anti-nated, and that's two there for Darius Fulton. Great job. Hammer down comes on in. Huge play, but great job by Charvi, able to keep them alive as it looks like Game of Thrones has gone up 25% to nothing.
Oh, what happened in that first push there? Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones. Horned Beast wasn't really able to get on that point. They were trying to cover for Charvi on that res, which allowed Game of Thrones to cap the point.
Right. They weren't able to really take care of that too much. They've got to be careful. Kagura in the back line looking for a quick, easy mercy pick, but could be in some danger. Kagura does get the pick. Breaking it down is going to be tripping balls as they're rushing in onto the point, looking to try to get a pick. And it looks like it's going to be Trippy Ninja once again to pop the ultimate, looking to keep everything alive. It's an absolute brawl here on the point, but Kagura manages to land yet another kill as the Horn Beasts get routed. Oh, ultimate comes out and a quadruple kill from Kagura. Well done. Oh, man.
Huge play by Kagura. I really feel like Incubus really needs to switch off the Pharah. I was a little skeptical about the Pharah on this point because the point is so low to the ground. You saw in that last push, before this one, he got charged by the Ryan because he has to get so far down to do any damage onto the point.
All right, here they come in as the transformation does come out from Charvy. Horn Beast looking to try to save this point. The High Noon does come on out, and a triple kill happens by Matt as Sentimental is swinging it away, and that's two big plays by the DPS. Wheezy did nothing in a bad spot, gets taken out. Well, it's in a bad spot, but Chibi Kitty going for a heavy stagger as it looks like the Horn Beasts are not done with this point yet.
Horn Beast committed a lot of ults to try to save this point, using the High Noon, the Valkyrie, and the Rocket Barrage, but I mean, in the end, the results are worth it, and coming up to 99% for Game of Thrones, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right, but unfortunately, they are going to be losing in terms of the ult economy. So, Darius Fulton pushing his way on in. Going for the bunny hops, gets stunned, but that's absolutely dangerous. Looking for the proper angle. He's looking to try to bait it out from Sentimental, but it's going to be absolutely dicey. Great healing there, great backup, and the hammer down comes out from Sentimental, but Kagura ready to finish it off, looking to try to get some more picks as the rest of Game of Thrones is still alive. High Noon comes on out from Matt, and the ultimate is still going. Kagura is looking for picks, looking for kills, but it's still not going to be enough as he still tries to maintain control at this point. And he does have the ultimate. Kagura on absolute fire right now. Pops the ultimate and is the hero for this point, managing to stop it. Trippin' Balls is the only one left on point. Pops the ultimate to try to be the only one to keep it alive, but it's still not going to be it, as it seems that Game of Thrones manages to get this first point.
Man, it was really smart thinking at the end about by Game of Thrones. They had a lot of ults on their side, but they didn't go into that point and just blow it all at once. They were planning for their next fight, even though thinking that they may not win this fight, so they still have ults for the next fight. And after they won it, they were able to commit that grab to keep them off point at the end.
Right. Some people don't consider the staggering of the ultimates, throwing one in one at a time. Some people have a tendency that once they hear the ultimate, there's about 2 or 3 that come out, and that is terrible for the ult economy.
Oh yeah, their comms are really on point over there for Game of Thrones, and they're really managing their ults pretty.
Alrighty, well, here they come in. Darius Fulton still leading the charge with Stressed, switching over to the Diva. Incubus once again on the Pharah, so they're looking to try to hold their own against it. Chibi Kitty switching over to the Hamster, starting off, putting some point presence, but it could be absolutely dicey as they start working their way in onto the point. Sentimental looking for someone to take out. They've got to be careful. The McRight click really works as they take out Chibi Kitty relatively quickly. No solid picks here from the Horn Beasts, trying to keep it going. Goes for the charge, manages to land one. Sentimental looking for more picks, might be able to hold their own as Kagura is still just pushing their way in. It's not going to be enough, and the Horn Beasts get control of the map here first on Nepal.
The big thing right there is that Darius kind of charged in just a little bit too deep to get that pick off of on Matt, and Sentimental took the opportunity to see that there wasn't a shield and took out Darius and made them push the rest of the team back.
All right, here we come in. Chibi Kitty comes out, and the hammer down comes on out by Sentimental. That could be absolutely terrible. Sway manages to get the pick here on Matt. Chibi looking for someone in the background. Kagura looking for the McRight click. has got the ultimate in hand, might be able to make it work, but isn't going to need to at this point. Pops it anyway, manages to get one, and that's Incubus getting taken down. Looking for Charvy now on his way in, and Matt looking to try to come in for the backup, but it's still not going to be enough. Chibi trying to get in onto the point, trying to hold it, but it's still not going to be enough of a stall for her to actually hold it. Gets to the point just barely, as the Game of Throws are now at 10% and climbing.
Game of Throws committed a lot of ults to try to turn this point back over in their favor. I think they used the High Noon, both support ults, and the Diva Bomb. Now, luckily, this Diva Bomb's coming back online, but you got to switch from Chibi over here when she already had her mind on that hamster. Really probably should have stayed on it for just a little bit longer to clear them off the point.
All right, here they come in. Darius Fulton getting into the Rhine battle with Sentimental as a switch to the Moira healing does come on out. Matt proves to be the better McCree. Here he comes, pops out that ultimate, looks for somebody, but it's not going to work. Great job by Stress in eating that, but it's still not going to be enough. Sway up into the sky and knows she has to give them the space and has to back out. And it looks like Trippin' Balls manages to get the pick, as now they are neck and neck and going to be superseding Game of Throws in this next match.
Sentimental came in with his all right there, and they didn't commit too many. I think they used 3 there as well. You know, both of these teams, I know it's kind of a silver division, but are really needing to work on their ult economy. Probably just trying to use 2 ults per fight.
Sway taking out Charvy, and that's an absolutely important pick as they are now forced into the 5v6. Matt does get taken out. Oh, and Darius Fulton does manage to get the ultimate out. Chibi Kitty switching over to the Diva as Darius is swinging away, managing to get this point one more time. And this is an absolute brawl, folks, as it looks like Game of Throws manages to recapture the point, but they have one fight that they really need to keep it. They can't really go past that, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sway got a really key pick at the start of that fight on Charvy. Cut the heals almost in half for Hornbeast.
Alrighty, here they come in once again. Incubus in the back line looking to shoot just a little bit, see what they can go ahead and grab as Trippin' Balls does pop the ultimate, looks for a pick, and that's absolutely huge. The ultimate does come out, and the High Noon comes out from Kagura, looks for a pick, but Chibi Kitty managing to eat too. Incredible work. Looking for the pick here on Kagura, but might get just a little bit too greedy, as it looks like the Horned Beast cannot find their footing and go ahead and lose the second point here on Nepal. That is map 1 win for the Game of Throws.
That last fight there was huge. I'm so tongue-tied. Blown away by Sway on this Farah here. Give me a second to just calm down.
No, it was a great job by her. Honestly, it was a great job. Popped that ultimate after Incubus had popped it, and it just really seemed like she really popped it. I don't know. It was a great time for it to be done. You know what I mean?
Well,
it was game defining.
Sway has been working really, really hard on all of her DPS characters, and it's really great to see her improve the way that she has on it. They worked really well with Kagura using that High Noon as a zoning ult to get that Rhine to turn around so that Sway can come in and pop her ult on an undefended team.
I mean, I will say, though, it was lucky Chibi Kitty did manage to eat both of them, but eating it wasn't really important. There was still that Farah ultimate that they had to deal with. So it's what you were saying. It was that staggering of the ultimates. One pops it, has all the attention turned on them, and then that gives Sway the ability to kind of find her niche, find her little section, and then rain damage down. And that they really played that really well, honestly.
Practice pays off.
Does it?
It does.
I would know I'm not on the team anymore. Anyway, back onto it. I don't know if they're going to be having any changes, but we're going to Hanamura next. Game of Throws did play really well, and for those of you who do know, Game of Throws throughout this year has been playing really, really, really well. And And, the Horned Beast came out the start of this year, came out swinging. They might have had some difficulties, but I think honestly just a little bit of that, a little bit of alt management, and able to really stand out. And I think they can really turn the tide here. But Game of Thrones just very powerful. Darius Fulton is just an absolute nonsense to have to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. You see that Chibiki is coming in for tripping balls for this map. I love watching Chibiki Soldier 76, but seeing that switch from tripping balls is probably not what I'm going to get out of it.
No, you're probably going to be seeing either his trademark Zen or Brigitte, and Sabrix is going to be coming in to replace Incubus. So that's also a massive change. Game of Thrones is having Mikey and Amano Yuki switch out, so Mikey's going to be taking Darius's position, and Amano's going to be switching in for Trippy Ninja's getting switched out. Okay, I see what they're going with. So yeah, they're still keeping a 2-2-2 kind of combo going on. So alrighty, it looks like the switches have been done, and it's going to be on Hanamura once our game host gets the okay from both of the team captains. So what do you think we're going to be expecting here, Elfie?
Well, since I'm not going to get my goats, you're probably going to see Matt come back out on the McCree. Sorry, I wanted to call him like a soldier McCree, and I don't know. I'm tired. And Sabrix probably coming out on the... I want to say he's a main tank, but then, Sentimental's also a main tank, so I'm curious as to where this is going to go.
Well, no, Sabrix is actually a DPS.
Don't lie to me.
What do you mean, don't lie to you? I know this.
Don't lie to me.
But all right, Hanamura, 2 CP. So for those of you at home, expect that standard attack defense kind of thing going on, with obviously just 2 points. So this first point, relatively easy to capture, while the second point is usually the harder one to go with. So since we're not seeing goats, and usually you don't see a lot of goats in the lower elos, you predominantly see them in the upper tiers, just because there's so much coordination and so much cohesiveness you have to have in order to make goats work. But that being,
I just want to stop you right there.
What's up?
Debated OG Silver's first team who ran goats in O.C.C. script.
Yeah, but you
I just want to toss that little fact.
You could throw that little tidbit out all you want. That's not the point here. The main idea is it's normally not seen in this elo because it takes so much communication, so much, you really have to stagger those ultimates to really ride the support ultimates. You really have to be together. You have to know who you're going to focus. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. So I'm not saying nobody runs it. What I'm saying is there's usually less of a probability that you will see that. But alrighty, here they come on in as they're going to consider which way they're going to come on out through, and it looks like the Horned Beast looking to that right side. Mikey standing in the front line, looking to try to keep that working, does get stunned, and the rest of the team just charges right on in, but a huge anti-nade comes out from Amano Yuki, still not able to land any picks, and the Horned Beasts are not taking that first loss easily, looking for another pick, and here comes Sentimental looking for the pick on the Mercy. There is still a contender on the point. Matt manages to take him out, and it doesn't seem like the Game of Thrones have much of an answer. Sway does manage to land a pick, but her with Wheezy are not going to be able to do anything to take out the entirety of the team. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and back off, giving all this space to the Horned Beasts.
That first pick on Sentimental was... on Mikey was huge. Wheezy did nothing, came back with the res, but at that point the damage had kind of already been done, and the team was pushing in hard, kind of like a GOAT's mentality, just pushing straight to point and then dealing with the team once you get there.
Already looks like it's going to be the Horned Beast in the top part, looking to try to make their way through, with Sabrix just pushing on in, looking for a pick, and once again getting extremely aggressive, but the picks are coming out, and it's not looking like it's in their favor. Sway manages to get a quadruple kill. Incredible work, as it's going to be the Horned Beast that do get routed.
You know, it's a pretty good combo coming out from Game of Thrones, the Shatter Barrage, but I really kind of feel like Sway could have held on to that ult just a little bit longer. Mikey kind of got most of them down and out, and really didn't need to commit that ult there.
All right, the Horned Beast deciding which way they're going to come in through, and they're going to be starting off on towards the high ground once again, knowing that the team does have to rebuild that defense. Mikey does manage to get up top, and they're swinging away, and Sabrix does get taken out extremely early. Mikey starts swinging, left-click W, looking for these picks, and it's going to be absolutely in their favor. Charvy gets taken out again. And with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, the Horned Beasts get routed without another tick in sight.
Kagura and Monoyuki are really doing a good job of comboing their cooldowns with that anti-nade plus the coming in from Ashe. It's really kind of doing a ton of damage over to this team, and their healers just can't keep up. But you've got a ton of ults coming online for Horned Beast, so I'm curious to see how they're going to attack this.
Well, they've got to get someone on Kagura. Kagura just has nobody stopping him right now. Here comes the ultimate from Chibi Kitty, looking to get a pick. Manages to land Wheezy, and that's still absolutely massive, stopping the hammer down as it's coming out. An ultimate does come on out, looking for someone, and manages to land on Charvy. The ultimate is available for Amano Yuki, looking to try to get a pick. Sentimental's got to hurry up and do something. And the ultimate does come out from Chibiki to try to keep the rest of the team alive. And it is working. They can make it work. The Kamehameha is absolutely powerful. Manages to land one. Mikey is on the point, looking for a pick. Oh no, unable to stop it. But it looks like Chibiki is going to be the only one, and with that, able to get the first tick with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
They committed a ton of ults to that fight. I really wish they would have done just the two. I think with the Rhine Shatter versus with the bomb would have been pretty sufficient to win that fight over.
Yeah, the Bob, once the Bob gets ulted, you can really, really get the rest of the team to focus on that, cause a lot of damage to it. And Sabrix is getting knocked out of position, even with the Wraith form, has just a lot of backup. Sabrix does manage to land a pick on Kagura, so it is a 5v5 at this moment, but the spawn advantage is still going to be in favor of the Game of Thrones, and the ultimate does come on out. Mikey is just angry once again, swinging for the high heavens, as it looks like Chibi Kitty gets taken out. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. The positive side for the Horned Beast is that they do have that first tick, so they have to make use of it, and they've got to hurry up and make something happen because they're running out of time.
Now, normally I would say once Sabrix died, you should back out. You know, you're down one and you're working against the spawn advantage, but they went in there and they didn't use any ults, and they got Game of Thrones to burn some pretty key ults with the nano boost there. Right. Basically for free.
Right, here they go in, trying to get the high ground again. Kagura did throw the dynamite, and Chibi Kitty looking to keep everyone protected, rushing in. Oh, and the hammer down does come out from Mikey. The ultimate is available, and once again, Sway manages to make it work. Incredible work. She is on an absolute roll here tonight with those justice missiles, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Darius in the chat saying hashtag Sway of the game.
Yeah. Well done. Just the positioning by the Pharah is incredible work. They're waiting. They're trying to get him on the poke. And the unfortunate part is Kagura just has a lot of free reign. There is absolutely no one putting any pressure on Kagura. So now they're going to be starting on in, coming in towards the bottom. Sway does take out Chibiki. Sabrix does manage to get the pick, but it's at a reasonable spot as Wheezy did nothing, manages to get the respawn, and Horned Beasts are not going to be able to continue and commit to this fight.
Yeah, you see Sabrix here. He switched off the Reaper and onto the Soldier. I kind of wish he maybe gone like a Sombra or maybe just to spice things up, go with a Symmetra.
A sim? I love it. Alrighty, Sentimental getting peppered by so much. The ultimate does come on out. Oh, but gets eaten by Stress. Does not get his target of Desire. And that's going to be so many counter ultimates coming out, and it is not in favor of the Horned Beast. They are running out of time. 1 minute remaining as Mikey gets a pick here on Chibi Kitty, and that's a fat stagger.
Chibi probably should have saved that ult there. The fight was kind of already lost. Huge placement on that Bob by Kagura here, knocking Sentimental out of his shatter by the bomb running past. Huge.
Yeah, I'm wondering if any gold team captains are looking at him right now, because him and Sway are doing some solid work here against the Horned Beasts.
I know I am.
Alrighty, here they come in once again, taking that low ground. The ultimate is available by Sway, and the ultimate does come out from Sabrix, but nobody is looking for the Pharah. Sway staying away from the team as much as humanly possible. Gets taken out by Matt, though. Well done. The pick does come out on Stress. Great work here. Matt looking to try to get the pick here on the Mercy. Amano hops in on the point, gets a solid sleep. And that's going to be absolutely dangerous if they can't get that pick on Amano. The ultimate does come on out from Mikey. Matt looking for another one, but Stressed, great job, manages to eat 4 of them to save the entirety of the team. And the Horned Beasts do manage to land almost that second tick, but it's still not enough, as it's going to be Game of Thrones time to go ahead and go for that offense.
Yeah, and Stress being over here being a hungry hip, eating all the ults.
You saw that just light up? Just all 4 of them. Incredibly timed. So that's really great to see. Stressed, great awareness, understanding what ultimates to possibly look for, and especially once Matt did pop the ultimate, knew to get right in front of his face, hold that right click, and try to eat up as much of that as possible. And if that's 4 of them, that's 4 people Stress saved in a matter of seconds.
He's got no reason to stress out.
Stop. Go home, Elfie.
Oh.
Alrighty, so it's going to be the Horned Beast giving it their attempt at the defense. So what do you think we're going to be expecting here for this defense?
Well, what it looks like so far is that they're going to go dive, and I don't really know too much about Game of Thrones dive, but may not be a bad option. I think if they want to try to get this done quicker than Game of Thrones or than Horned Beast, they need to go goats.
All right, it looks like Sway is going to be on the Sombra, so that's going to be an annoying... Nope, she's going for the Pharah. So, great little fake out, but it's going to be absolutely detrimental that they keep Chibi-Ki alive. There is...
Junkrat?
Yeah, that is a Junkrat. Sabrix is playing the Junkrat, but that could be deadly if they know how to go ahead and counter him. And he might be standing a little bit out of position. If he gets picked out quickly, that's probably what's going to happen. Mikey is on the Winston. Going to be looking for some quick and easy picks. And sure enough, there it is. No heals are going to come into Sabrix, and that's an easy pick as the rest of Game of Thrones gets ready for that push now that they're forcing a 5v6. Sway did manage to get a pick, and Stressed is in some danger, gets demeched as the rest of the team is pushing in on the point, but Mikey doing some great work as the Horned Beasts get dethroned extremely quickly, and now we're moving on to point B already.
That first pick on Sabrix was detrimental.
I would say
you really need to think about if you're gonna do a flank like that. Look at what your supports have. Can they get to you? You know, if you're running like an Ana, I might say, go for it, my dude. But
Yeah.
With the Zen, it just won't provide you enough with that Winston.
Yeah, that was a very questionable call. Very very hard to say that that's something I'd go ahead and back up. But with the Junkrat able to hold on this high ground, it's going to be extremely important. He's got to be careful, though. He's got to use those angles to try and go ahead and get some solid picks. Sway is going to have her ultimate up in a few seconds, but gets out of dodge just barely, though, to try and go ahead and regroup. Matt is looking for a pick here as the rest of Game of Thrones gets in onto the point. The ultimate does come out from Stressed. Manages to get one, which is Amano Yuki. That's an absolute huge pick. Looking to try to get a little bit more. Mikey does go into the Angry Monkey, but it's still not going to be enough. The Horned Beasts are still showing that they can defend this point.
You can tell that Matt learned a little bit of a lesson from the last round, because he waited for Stress to use his defense matrix before popping that ult.
And that's all part of it. You got to just know how you're going to trick your counter. Sabrix is playing that Junkrat, so it's extremely important for the Horned Beast to take advantage of that. They don't have a lot of shields. Oh, but Sabrix might be getting himself out of position here, and that could be deadly for the rest of the team. Not able to get back up any quickly, and the ultimate is available for Sway. So, with Chibiki not having his ultimate available, that's absolutely huge if they can't seem to find any way to get these picks. Nothing really quite yet. Sentimental is careful. Kagura does take out Sabrix and wins that battle, as it looks like we have people getting in onto the point. The recovery does come on out, and the ultimate does swing away. The sleep comes on out, and Sentimental just can't do anything about it as the Horned Beasts go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Game of Thrones. Go ahead and win this second point.
Oh my god, that sleep was huge. Got him right in the middle of his shatter, basically saving his entire team to allow the rest of his team to come in and pop all their and cap the point.
Yeah, I feel though is also a little bit of an issue there. They did lose, their DPS when they shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sabrix really got out of position, and you saw that Kagura and Amano Yuki really took advantage, got rid of the Junkrat, and then pushed a point, causing the rest of the team to have to jump down from the top, and then allowed the rest of his team to come in and just kind of clean up the mess.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. Kagura did manage to come on out, and with that sleep from Amano coming in absolutely clutch, I mean, there was really nothing that they could do after that. Once they all ran in onto the point and managed to get a little bit of on the cleanup duty, great job by them. So, folks, we have hit the halftime. Take this opportunity to go ahead and grab yourself a drink, some popcorn, whatever it is you need. Go ahead and get yourselves comfy. We do have more games for you on the first season of the O.C.C. Scrims. Alrighty, folks, thank you guys for the wait. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos brought to you by the Elfie. Elfie, our #1 video maker.
That's me.
See, I've always wanted to do like I'm hoping one day we get sponsors, just so that I could say, I've always wanted to try that voice, you know what I mean? Brought to you by blank blank, you know?
Well, I feel like we donate enough bits that you're sponsored by me and Zen Boxing.
And
now somebody else.
Are you mad? You lost your...
I am like a little mad. Then I called it truce.
Well, you lost it. You lost it to the third party. It always happens. It always happens. Two stop the bruise, or stop at a truce, and then the alien invasion happens, and then there you go. There you go. That's the end of humanity.
Never trust the Spanish Inquisition.
Stress loser telling you don't stress it.
I'll reclaim. Just give it time.
Alrighty. No, well done. Currently, right now, Game of Thrones is up 2-0. So their stats are looking phenomenal here as the Season 1 Silver Division does start off. So we are going to have them move on next. We're just waiting right now for our game host to get the final OKs from the rest of the teams so that we can go ahead and get started. Elfie, what has been Game of Thrones' biggest, one of their biggest strengths?
Their coordination has been really great tonight. You got Sway coming out on the DPS, which has been phenomenal. For someone who plays a lot of the off-tank position, she's really kind of came into this role really well with that Pharah.
That's right. I thought it was weird for me to see her on the Pharah. I'm usually used to seeing her on like a Zarya or like a Diva. So to see her in this role, to me, I think it's just a little, it's not off, it's just different. But no, I think you're absolutely right. The combo between Sway and Kagura is very, very important, with Mikey exhibiting some really solid plays, and at the end of the day, having a lot of discipline. So here on Numbani, this is a hybrid point. What do you think we're going to be expecting here?
As much as I still want my goats, probably still going to see the Pharah coming from Sway. It looks like Sabrix might be coming out with a counter.
Ooh, so the counter Pharah is going to be huge. Sway is going to have it as well. So both teams are going to have a Far Mercy and somewhat of a counter to it. So Kagura is going to be on the Sombra, while Mikey is going to be on the Winston. So they have a lot of mobility. No real hard standing tanks. We are going to be see Chibi Kitty though as the main tank Reinhardt. So that one's going to be a little different.
I think she's been working on it just a little bit. It might be actually a pretty solid switch with her incentive.
Right. I'm actually dying right now to see what Chibi Kitty's main tank looks like, and I think we're going to be in for a wonderful surprise. So it looks like it's going to be the Horn Beast looking to get the high ground, as Mikey looking to see which way they're going to come on in. Sway does have the positional advantage. You got to be careful though. Might get dove as Mikey hops on in, and a great switch up. Matt getting completely isolated and destroyed by Kagura. Chibi Kitty not having any real form of access to get out of there. Sabrix does manage to get the pick on Amano Yuki, but it's still not going to be enough as the Horn Beasts are getting routed. Sabrix still staying into this fight, looking for the pick on Sway. Sway is one, manages to land it with Charvy as the backup. They're still trying to push their way in onto the point, looking for a pick on Wheezy, did nothing. The rest of the team making their way in. Sentimental is still alive, and this elongated push is able to work in just their favor. Stress does manage to come on in, get the mech, and it looks like the Horned Beasts, despite the initial look, are going to be able to cap this first point.
I was a little worried at the start of that push because they didn't really come in as a cohesive group, and I'm not even really sure I saw where Matt went, but then you're Zenyatta on the ground, and then you had your two tanks up on top, and it was just kind of like a weird push. But, a wise Diva main once told me, never doubt the Bunny Blaster.
No, that Bunny Blaster, when used properly, can dish out just absolutely so much damage. Now, Sway still up into the sky, looking to try to get a pick. Sabrix bullying Amano Yuki, who is still down in on the ground. Sabrix looking to try to push this in. The ultimate does come out on Stress. The D-Mech does come out. He's looking for another one. Chibi Kitty a little bit out of position. The ultimate does come on out, and it lands it on Sway. That's an absolute huge play. Sabrix, a very close ultimate, manages to get two, and that might be everything that they need. Actually, no, they still may have one fight left in them if they can hurry up and get back in time.
Yeah, Horned Beast really needs to push up here with Chibi. Chibi's got the right idea of pushing up, just to give him enough space to cap that point, making Game of Thrones go through them.
Ooh, Sentimental might be in a bad spot as Matt looks to back him up, tries to get out of dodge, but doesn't have the time to do so. The 5v6 is coming in, and the ultimate does come out by Kagura. Great block there, though, by the Diva. Sentimental doing work, but Chibi Kitty getting absolutely surrounded and contested just at the very end. I think they managed to cap the point, though.
They sure did. They had a good combo plan there with the Sombra and the Pharah ult there, but I think Sway fell off the top and she was just a little bit too low to get like really good arc on those rockets there.
Yeah, great job on whoever ghost capped it. Sway still up at the top looking for a solid pick, and the Horned Beast looking to try to push their way into a game 5 as Sway manages to land the pick here on Matt. So that is going to be down one soldier, 76. Sabrix still up at the top, gets in over the team, looks for a pick. They've got to be careful though. Not able to do much of anything. The team is not there to save them with only 22 health as the rest of the team is still pushing on in. Charvy cannot get in there to help out. Kagura did switch over to the McCree, looking to try to go ahead and counter a little bit of this damage.
Yeah, Saber's kind of overcommitted there just a little bit, and his team didn't push up behind him. I think if Chibi would have pushed up just a little bit to allow Charvy to get through, he might have been able to save him there.
Alrighty, here they come in once again. Chibi Kitty in the front line looking to try to get the space necessary to make it work, and Stress does get D-Mech. And here comes the ultimate as there is no Diva to really help him out. Great job there by Amano Yuki, able to stop that and not able to land any picks. Amano Yuki does manage to get the pick there, able to keep it pushing, and it looks like the Horned Beasts get routed one more time.
Now, Sway didn't really get a whole lot of picks on that ult, but what she was able to do was distract the team enough to have them all turn around and focus on to allow her team to kind of swoop in and pick off everybody.
Ooh, Stress does get D-Mech'd extremely early, and that's going to be detrimental. Sway still up into the sky, does not have ultimate. There are ultimates coming in online for the Horned Beast, and they've got to hurry up and make something of it. Chibi Kitty in the front line looking to start making her way forward. Might be able to land a pick or two, but she's got to be careful. And the High Noon does come on out by Kagura, manages to get Charvy, and that's an absolute huge pick. Gets Chibi Kitty looking for Matt. Matt gets taken out, and Chibi Kitty has absolutely no one there to back her up as the Game of Thrones are finding their foothold and able to hold it down.
Game of Thrones is doing a very good job about just using just enough ult. You see that they just use and the Valkyrie there to keep the team alive and push the team back. They're staggering really well on Horned Beast. Once they figure out that the fight is lost, they try to back out. When initially they should just kind of just run in there and die.
All right, unfortunately, Chibi Kitty starting to come on in. Has the rest of the team coming up behind there. They're starting to push their way in. Mikey in the forefront, using that corner to try to keep himself safe. Winning against this Reinhardt, that is a very tough thing to do. Chibi Kitty is going to go ahead and back off. Waiting, they're going to be going in for another regroup. They've got to be careful with that poke battle, as it seems that the Horned Beasts don't fully commit into this fight, and we do have a pause.
Yeah, I don't know if he noticed, but Sentimental just kind of he looked like something was up there, so, and then there he just went.
Ah, there it goes, and that's going to be tough here for the Horned Beast. I think he almost had his Diva Bomb ready, no?
I think he was pretty close if he didn't already have it. I just noticed that he just wasn't really moving.
Yeah, no, that's going to be tough because once he does come in, he's going to get reset. So if he did have the ultimate ready or close to ready, they're going to be starting from 0. So that's going to be hugely affecting them.
Yeah, especially with Stress already having their ults. But they look like they've got enough ults that they can use enough time to rebuild. You can use the Chibi's almost got her Shatter, and they can combo that Shatter with Sabrix. His ult on the Pharah and allow Chibi to, or not Chibi, Sentimental to really rebuild that ult.
Right. So now it really depends on what the Horned Beast can do to win this. And what do you think it's going to be, in your honest opinion?
My honest opinion is that it's not that like Chibi's being aggressive, it's that her team is not being like as equally aggressive. You see Chibi going in basically alone, and I'm not going to really attest that to that last push because Sentimental disconnected, but you'll see her go in, and then like Sabrix will try to do these really far flanks that take too long to kind of get to.
Right. And that's going to be tough, especially when they do have Kagura looking for it, and Kagura's been really crazy tonight.
Yeah, with Kagura on the hit scan, I probably would recommend switching off. If you still want to go for that damage, I would go back onto the Junkrat.
Well, maybe the Junkrat might work, because you do have Matt able to take care of the Pharah and the Mercy. So maybe a Junkrat might help. You could definitely have a Reaper in the works. There's just so many different things that could work at this point. The one thing, though, I think is Chibi Kitty needs to, she needs to take advantage of the fact that they don't have any shields that can stop this kind of ultimate. Alrighty, but it looks like the pause is getting done as we start moving on in. And they do have that. Matt does pop the ultimate, but that's extremely early. Looking to try to start with this, and it doesn't look like they're going to get much of anything. That is going to be an unfortunate wasted ult. Semper replacing Sentimental. Seems like her internet connection wasn't going to be enough. It looks like it's going to be a big one, though. The hammer down does come on in. Wheezy did nothing, gets taken out. Stress gets taken out, and the Diva Bomb is coming up. Sway looking for picks, manages to land 2. Looking for 3. That's a 3. Looking for 4. Oh, and a counter does come out, but it looks like Stress choosing the proper timing to eat up as much of that as possible. Sabrix is still on the push, looking to try to clear this out on their own, but it's not going to be enough. Semper is going to be alive, and it's going to be another reset here for the Horned Beasts.
Yeah, Matt kind of prematurely popped that ult, and you see a lot of that fight was already lost, so Sabrix probably should have saved that ult. But I see that he's trying to switch, but he really just needed to die and get out because you're coming close to the end of this out of your time bank here, and you don't really want that big of a stagger.
Right, here comes Kagura. Is looking for a heavy flank, seeing if maybe they can get right behind the rest of the team. The ultimate does come out from Matt, but they've got to be careful on what might be coming up. Looking for the pick. Kagura's is not going to work. Mikey in some trouble, just barely able to get taken out. Sabrix did switch over to the McCree. Sway in a dark spot, and the 1v1 is going to be won by Matt. Stress managing to get their mech back, staying in on the point. The high noon does come on out by Sabrix, manages to land it on 1. Kagura looks for 1 too. Semper pushes their way in and takes it for the rest of the team. Great job there, doing tank things as tank things should do. Chibi Kitty's got to be careful. She is running low. Sabrix does manage to land the kill, and in overtime, they're finding what they need in order to make their way into the point. They've got to be careful. Here comes the bomb. Doesn't land on anyone. Stressed gets taken out, and the ultimate comes out from Sway. Chibi though, able to save that, gets taken out. The ultimate does come out from Semper and gets Kagura. That's a huge pick, but it's still not going to be enough as Wheezy did nothing, managing to get the res, and Semper, the only one on the point, goes ahead and gets taken out. That's going to be it for the offensive push for the Horned Beasts.
And I think that pause was almost exactly what her Beast needed. I think they took that time while they were waiting for word about their buddy to come back or not to really kind of reassess their situation. And made some really good progress there. Yeah, they didn't they didn't make it to that third point, but they got pretty far.
And I always think that's a thing that people don't realize. Like, if you don't get it to the end, it's not quick play. You have absolutely the capability to hold on to it as long as humanly possible. Getting it to the end is comfortable, and you have extra time. But as long as you have solid ways to go, your defense can still make it. So don't feel bad if you can't push it all the way to the end. And I do want to bring this up to Zell 4A. There are no official rules against console controllers for a scrim. I just don't know if you'd like to use it. I mean, I don't know. I'm really happy with the MNK right now. So yeah, that's a bit of a toughie. Now,
You're what?
Somebody did ask, what are the
No, I did. I but your M and K.
mouse and keyboard?
Oh, okay. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Mouse and keyboard, Elfie.
I didn't know we were using like a text to speech here.
Ooh, Sabrix has got to be careful because Mikey and Kagra, they are extremely, extremely ridiculous when it comes to the dive. They're going to go ahead and get that started. Mikey is going to be playing to Winston once again. As we saw, great job there by the Angry Monkey. And they've got their first target lined up. They know exactly who they want immediately. Mikey not going in for the pounce just yet. And unfortunately, Sabrix is not going to be able to get to the rest of his team quickly. Loses the hop, and that's going to be a quicken as it looks like Kagra manages to land the pick. And the D-Mech does come in on stress, so that's going to be a big one. Mikey does get Discord Orb, and luckily the rest of the Horn Beasts are able to hold on in. The DPS are doing some solid work. Amano Yuki is working his way up the middle. The anti-nade comes in and hits Chibi Kitty, and that's going to be huge as the rest of the Horn Beasts get taken out. Game of Thrones manages to make it, but Sabrix, for some reason, is looking to try to stall in, and Kagra is out for blood, looking for a pick. Looking to try to get something. Sways follows him up, and Sabrix unable to win it. Oh, manages to land it. Great job there, but Sway is still dominating the skies at this moment. Looking for something to work as the Game of Thrones finally push their way forward, and that was relatively quick.
It really was. It was a really key pick on Sabrix, who was really out of position there. And I mean, to be honest, I think the Hanzo may not be the best pick, knowing that you have this Sway on the Pharah. She's been on the Pharah all night, so what makes you think that she's gonna swap off? So you need to have somebody to deal with that, and you kind of just went in there like, yeah, lol, let's not.
Alrighty, here comes Matt trying to go for the ultimate. Great job there by the Lucio, trying to save it, but it's not going to be enough. Sabrix does pop the ultimate. Mikey looking to try to get into that back line, but it's too much damage. Kagra looks for a pick, and the ultimate comes out from Chibiki. Incredible work there. Kagra gets taken out by Sabrix, and they're able to do the solid hold. Chibikitty still up in the front line, gets a hammer down. That's going to be 2 healers, but not enough follow-up. Nobody able to really do much of anything, having to back off, as it seems that the Horn Beasts are able to hold this corner relatively well.
Chibi had the right idea with that ult there, but after she ulted, she kind of backed off. You know, you got 2 of those key healers down, like, you know, attack on that.
Right, that could be huge for their picks. Mikey in the back line gets met by Matt as he charges on in, and he's looking for a pick, manages to get Sabrix, looking to try to keep it working, and Matt just incredibly on fire for these picks tonight, able to take him out, does have his ultimate available, looking for Stress, trying to take him out, does have that ultimate available, looking for Amano Yuki, and they're just swinging in on the point. Matt does manage to take out Wheezy, and they're looking for something, but they don't have a tank to their name. Mikey does have the ultimate available, and that's absolutely huge. Charvy does get taken out as she is out of position. Matt is the only one on the point, tries to wraith out, but has the entirety of an enemy team at the back, and it's not going to be enough. Sabrix does switch on over to the McCree. Might be a little bit out of position. Able to really keep him back. Chibi Kitty finally finds her way in onto the point. The fight has not ended yet. They don't have a main healer. They've got to be careful, though, here on the flank. Kagra is looking for a pick and is hungry. Sabrix has to go ahead and back off. Not a lot of health remaining as the Horned Beasts are backing off slowly but surely. Sway putting in a lot of pressure towards that front line, not allowing them to push far at all, as it's going to be the Game of Throws, able to just continuously fight their way all in. Here comes the bomb, manages to land on Sway, and Mikey pops the ultimate, but a little inopportune. The ultimate does come out from Matt, and he's got to be careful. Has to go ahead and back off. Mikey looking for a pick, and this fight isn't over once again. Kagra looks for a pick, but Chibi Kitty, great job there with the stun, manages to completely nullify that ultimate, as now we're moving into this final segment of Numbani.
Yeah, so a lot just kind of happened there. You see, after they capped the point, they kind of just started, Hornbeast just kind of throwing in ults there, just kind of, you've already lost that point. You should save this ult for this kind of part in your fight right here. And now you're down these ults. It would have been really huge to toss in your bomb probably right here, or that Death Blossom from Matt, but you guys kind of already used them to try to save a point that was already lost.
Alrighty, looks like coming in through the point, and there is an angry Mikey looking for some picks. The Kamehameha does come out from Charvy, and the ultimate does come out from Sabrix. Looking for a pick, lands it on a Mono Yuki, and the Mick right click works heavily against the Monkey. The ultimate does come out from Chibi-Ki, but that is a little bit questionable here, wouldn't you say, Elfie?
Always.
Always?
Yeah, I didn't really feel like their team was that low. I can understand if you were kind of in that overtime spike and you just got to get them off the point right now to win it. But you got 2 minutes left, and you really should hang on to something like that.
Sabrix has got to be careful. They're looking for him. Sway is not looking to drop that ultimate just yet. She needs to have that insurance. Kagra managing to land a pick. That's 2 picks, going for a third. Are they going to get a fourth? That's a fourth, and Sway able to clean that up. And that's going to be it, as Game of Throws win the series tonight. But we still have a Game 4. Can the Horned Beasts get their names on the scoreboard?
Oh. Play of the game. Horned Beast has a tendency to, once they kind of get into a stressful situation, that they tend to stagger a lot. Like this play right here would have been really great to have that transcendence, but it was just like a hair too early. I'm all about using my ults proactively rather than reactively, but I think it was just a little too proactive.
It's nice to be appreciated.
I mean, it's a tough one to say. Wheezy did nothing, getting 16k healing. Well done. So at this point, folks, those of you at home, please start putting it in your mind as to who the player of the match is going to be. I already have my idea as to who I'm going to have for it. And we do have this final map. So for those of you who don't know, it is based off of map points. So as long as the Horned Beast manage to win one, they have 1 point to their name for the entirety of the season. So if they can get this, there is nothing that says if they 4-0 next time, now they're at 5. Does that make sense, Elfie?
Absolutely. Basically, what you're trying to say is, when it comes down to it, it's just like the Overwatch League. You go off of, your next tiebreaker will be map wins. Mm-hmm. So just because you lose the series, you, as they say, you might have lost the battle, but the war is not over.
Ooh, man. Alrighty. So here we come in. The final one of the night is going to be the Junkertown. So
I love this map.
I do as well. I primarily play Anna, so there's a lot of little nooks and crannies that you can hide. So that's definitely what I'm going to say. A few switches coming in here for the Game of Throws. Trippy Ninja coming back in with Darius Fulton. So let's see how this is going to change. Great job, though, by the Horned Beast. I have to say, great job on their pushes. It's just minor things that need to be adjusted.
Right, and Simper came in pretty pretty aggressive on that Diva coming in pretty much cold. He hadn't played anything, but he had to come in and sub in for Sentimental, who disconnected that last round.
Right, and it unfortunately it sucks for her, but the connection don't work. That's really all that we can do. So as soon as Danks gets the thumbs up from the captains, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves in. And oh man, Trippin' Balls is going to come in to sub out for Chibiki. Alrighty, and here they go in. Going to go ahead and get ready.
We swapped out Sway and Mikey.
Sway and Mikey. Oh, Sway isn't going to make it in this one. Okay.
I'm curious who's going to pick up this DPS role without my main Farah Sway over here.
It might be Trippy Ninja. I'd say it might be Trippy Ninja. All right.
Only playing games. He's a Trippy Ninja.
But I will have to agree with Sentimental. Game of Thrones is playing really well tonight. Very coordinated, really together. And I enjoy watching that kind of play. Able to continuously support each other when things are going badly. Like for that ultimate, whenever Chibi did manage to land two on the healers, there was still a tank able to stand there and protect the entire, or Stress was able to stand there, protect them from any incoming damage, and the rest of the team just came up and followed. So that's really what you really hope to see. It's not just about who can get the most kills, it's can you keep your team members safe? Like, I hear a lot of DPS saying, they'll say, well, it's not my job to protect the healer. It might not be your job to protect the healer, but if there's no one else to do it, why not? If there's nothing else that can be done, why can't you turn around and maybe help out your Mercy? I don't know. Even jump up. Let the Mercy fly to you. I don't know. What do you think, Elfie? Mercy problems?
Well, I mean, as a support main, I do agree that you gotta protect your healers, because in DPS are like, it's not my job, I gotta kill people. Well, I'm literally delivering to them to your face. If you just stick by me, then it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Stop. It's Elfie's enemy delivery. I love it. And those of you at home, yes, please watch for your healers. Honestly, if we could start a hashtag, support your healers. Support your supports. That's a new one. If there's anything I can hope and pray, it's just that people turn around and help people out. So, now, here we go. 10 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like we're going to have Kagura on the Torbjorn. I can hear Tribalize losing his mind at this very moment. Somewhere across the pond, as it looks like the Horned Beasts are going to go in for their final attempt at a point, and they're going for the pirate ship. Alrighty, so here they come in, looking in for a pick, just raining damage down. They do have that turret causing just way too much for them. Matt has got to be careful, does get dethroned as the rest of the team is just starting to push their way on in. Chibi Kitty is put to sleep as Stress is demeched. Matt understanding not to stay on the point the entirety of the time. Trippy Ninja is still in the foreground, blocking him off. Amano Yuki has to go ahead and regroup as the turret gets gone ahead and brought back up. Matt is looking for another pick on Stress. Wheezy did nothing, gets absolutely deleted here, and the picks are just coming on in. They do not have a hold on what should be happening. Stress is going to go ahead and get demeched relatively early. Charvy with some solid help, but the sleep does come in from Amano. That's still not going to be enough, though, as the rest of the team in that back line manages to take him out, and it looks like the pirate ship is working smoothly.
As much as Torbjorn is ready to work, he's not doing a lot of work against this bastion. Honestly, they need to switch off to a Genji or they have the Junkrat with Trippy, but I don't think he's doing enough to focus that shield down and focus that bastion down.
Right, that's just absolutely difficult. But Kagura is still going to go ahead and run that, trying to make it work. Darius Fulton does switch out over to his signature Reinhardt, trying to hold on to the high ground, but that shield is going to get destroyed at a moment's notice. Trippy Ninja looking for that ultimate and manages to land too. And that's going to be it here for that offensive push as Darius Fulton, it just starts swinging away, looking to try to finish this off. They still have Semper in the front lines, able to hold them off, but it's still not going to be enough. Oh, man. Tripping Balls manages to get out just in time as this fight is not 100% over. Oh, and the pick comes out here on Tripping Balls, and that's the Moira pick. That's going to be absolutely nasty, and the ultimate does come on out. There is no one to defend them, and the ultimate by Matt, I'm sorry, the ultimate coming out by Sabrix stops the entirety of the team, and that's going to be everyone getting in and rushing onto the point to go ahead and continue this. Oh my God, great ultimate there by Sabrix.
It was the right idea, but there at the end, he kind of just got a little tunnel vision there on that Diva and did not see Darius Fulton come in.
Ooh, Darius Fulton look for some big plays, and the hammer down does come on into the back, and the Kamehameha does come on out. They've got to be careful. The Molten Core does come out in onto the point. Chibi Kitty does get taken out, and the picks are starting to come on in. Charvy looking for the res as Matt is unable to come on back. Darius Fulton back into the fray, looking to continue this going, and the Molten Core comes out just in time, and it's exactly with what they need as the Horned Beasts get routed and go back to try it one more time.
Keeper Throws has the right idea trying to focus these ults onto that Bastion, but you can't just wait around for your ults to come just to focus on that one character. You know, they really need to think about swapping off this Torb, which I think they just did to a Doomfist.
A Doomfist. Now, here they come in. Trippy Ninja in the skies looking to try to get pick, and here it comes. The ultimate is coming out, and great job by Trippy Ninja stopping Matt. Sabrix gets taken out. Charvy looking for a combat res, but gets absolutely destroyed, and Kagra is looking for the picks. Matt is going to have to back off. Does not have a lot to his name to keep him alive. Darius Fulton out of position as the Bastion goes ahead and melts him. They've got to be careful. Kagra is looking for a pick, and not enough healing is going to come on in. Trippin' Balls looking for a pick, manages to land it. Is he looking for Trippy Ninja? And that's going to be huge if it does manage to connect. Trippin' Balls is captured for a few seconds, but that's still not going to be enough. The rest of the team is looking for a way to try to get themselves on there as grenades are being lobbed by Trippy Ninja. Matt goes ahead and deletes him, and this fight is just never ending. Chibi Kitty in the foreground. The hammer down does come out from Darius Fulton, and they have absolutely zero defenses from this. Sabrix does get put to sleep in the back line, but that's going to be unfortunate for the rest of the team as Darius Fulton just starts swinging away, looking for something easy to go ahead and take out. Kagra lands that solid punch, and the Horned Beasts get routed once again.
Oh, that was a long fight.
My voice hurts. It really does.
I bet. There's a lot of little mistakes there that kind of happened from both sides. Stress dove in, but then Darius saw that his Octane kind of pushed in and pushed him with him, but they both pretty much got the... Once they got over there, I don't really agree with the Doomfist because they're kind of protecting their Bastion pretty well, you know. They just switched off of it.
Ooh, and here comes the ultimate from Trippy Ninja, but gets taken out by Matt. But Kagra goes in for the sucker punch. The die comes on out. Amano Yuki does get taken out, but not enough backup he's going to have. And the ultimate does come on out. That's two ults. Ooh, and only double kills are coming out. Looking to try to make this work. The Kamehameha does come on out, but it's still not going to be enough. There's not enough team members to go ahead and keep this running. They're running out of time. 20 seconds is remaining. They're trying to go ahead and push on in, but Amano Yuki has just got his eye really doing some solid healing here tonight. You wouldn't have known it. He is playing a sniper. Sabrix does pop into the Junkrat, looking to try to dislodge the rest of the team. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be huge here, but they've got to finish it off. Darius Fulton does get taken down. Kagra looking for a flanking kill, and it might be exactly what they need. looking for a pick, but it looks like the Horned Beasts are just able to make it. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be huge, as it Trippy Ninja is going to be the hero of that push, getting the double kill, and the rest of the team slowly makes their way in. They cannot get out, and they cannot leave, as the Horned Beasts finish their offensive push.
I really think the whole thing started with Simper. One thing I love about using like a dual Diva bomb is that at this elo, you get a lot of them who are just like, wait, was that my Diva that threw theirs? Is mine over with? And they kind of let their guard down, and then they lose 2 people, but they were able to come back pretty quickly, and that tire was huge. It's not Elf Rat huge, but it was still pretty huge.
Oh, Jesus. You gotta find that old video and pull that one up.
Oh, you don't think that I don't have it like on a sticky note?
You have a sticky note archived, ready to go.
Yeah. Anytime someone asks for it, bloop, there it is.
No, great job there by Trippy Ninja. It looked like the Horned Beast had it, but really it was that double kill that just completely stopped that push. And then the rest of the team just happened to show up. So great job there by the Game of Throws. Now it's going to be the Horned Beast's attempt to try to go ahead and stop this. The big question is, can they do it? And I think they can. I really do think they can. They really did well with that pirate ship composition, but I think they stayed on to it a little bit too long. What do you think?
I think they may have stayed on maybe just a tad too long. It was working out pretty well for the start of it, but once Game of Thrones figured out how to kind of focus him down, he switched off to the McCree, and they were still focusing him down. I think they can do it. I just think they need to, really hone into their ult management and work on really good communication, plus their positioning.
Alrighty, here they come in, starting off once again, getting a hook, and that's going to be huge against Sabrix. And that's going to be relatively difficult. Matt still looking to try to keep it going, as it looks like Semper gets demeched with Trippy Ninja in the forefront, just doing work. And unfortunately, it seems like the Horned Beasts are unable to do it, and they're going to have to go ahead and back off and reconsider regrouping.
Yeah, Matt is over here on this Widow, and he's not really getting a whole lot of picks on it. He's been doing really great on the so I wasn't really sure why he made the switch.
Probably looking for some solid picks. Manages to land 1. Is there going to be a 2, though? Notices Amano Yuki is a little bit out of position, looking to try to land something. And with Charvy taken out, that's going to be huge. The hook does come up on Trippin' Balls, but they do have a Mercy that does have her ultimate available and able to keep people alive. Amano does have the Kamehameha, but it's still not going to be enough, as the Horned Beasts find their footing, able to push their way in. Stressed has got to be careful, and the ultimate does come on out. Sabrix goes for the solo ultimate, manages to land 1, but could that have been a waste of an ultimate? Darius Fulton has to back off, and the Horned Beasts managed to reclaim it with a little bit more time than the Game of Throws.
Yeah, I think that fight was already won by Horned Beast, so you probably could have saved that. It wasn't like a bad idea, but I think if you would have waited just a little bit for this next fight, it would have been really beneficial to have it here.
Alrighty.
But it did push out that Roadhog for Matt to kind of get the pick on that.
All right, Sagarix still up in the skies, looking for some solid picks, trying to make it work. Darius Fulton is still in the front line as the Orisa goes in for the hooks. They've got to be careful. They're looking for the Mercy picks, and Kagura's turret doing everything that needed to be done. Great double kill there by Sabrix. Here comes the bomb, and oh, that is absolutely nutty. Looks for the pick on Charvy. Great support there by Sabrix, able to keep stress off of Charvy, and that's going to be another reset here for the Game of Throws.
Yeah, Horned Beast has a lot of ults on their sides, and they've been doing a pretty good job about not overcommitting too many. Now, I think Chibi kind of blew her ult there, Stress did a really good job of just focusing down Chippy when she was trying to use that chatter and allowing her, like, and forcing her not to be able to use it.
Alrighty. Well, here they come on in, ready, trying to consider their angles and avenues of approach. They don't have a full counter to this Pharah, but it looks like Kagura does switch over to the Widowmaker to try to go ahead and do some solid plays against it. The Rhine v. Rhine battle is starting to come on in, and Kagura does win the oof battle. Sabrix manages to land too, but it's still not going to be enough. Charvy looking to try to keep the rest of the team alive, but it's still not going to be enough. The pick does come out on Sabrix, and Kagura is just on fire, as it seems that the Game of Thrones are able to push it in onto this point B.
Oh, absolutely. Kagura's switch has been amazing. He's already won up on this Widow duel, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. But that fight was already lost there, and they committed a couple more ults. Poor Beast did that. They probably really didn't need to, like that Kamehameha from.
Alrighty, Matt's starting to come on in, shooting a bit of barrages, but they've got to be careful. Trippy Ninja in their backline looking to try to get a pick. Manages to wraith out of the way just in time. Oh, manages to land one on a Monoyuki, and that's a huge pick there. They've got to be careful, though. Tripping Ball still up into the front line, able to make it work. The hammer down does come out from Darius Fulton, and Trippy Ninja capitalizing with that ultimate. Here comes the Diva Bomb, looking to try to get him out, and it's still not going to be enough to take out Stress. Trippy Ninja just completely surrounding Chibi Kitty, but it seems like the Horned Beasts are still able to find their feet. Kagura does manage to land that pick, looking for one on Sabrix. Sabrix does not have the Mercy at their disposal to try to go ahead and help out, and the Game of Thrones are proving why they have the title of number one. Matt manages to go ahead and get that pick, but he's not able to capitalize on anything else. They're running out of time, 4 meters left, and they can't seem to make it. The Horned Beasts get 4-0'd here tonight.
Game of Thrones does a really great job of looking for their what do you call it? Their win conditions? Win conditions. Sure. You cut out, so I don't know what you just said, but okay. But I'm gonna continue. Even though they had some fights that weren't really going in their direction, they figured out how to turn that tide and win the fight. They may have been down like a 5v6, and were able to focus down who they needed to and turn the tide in their benefit.
All right. No, and I want to agree with you on that one. Their coordination was hands down a lot better. Ult management was a lot better. So I really do hope that the Horned Beasts will go back, into the quote unquote locker room and really just kind of review over things, kind of go back, look over it, and I feel like a lot of it wasn't just ult management, but a little bit was positional based. So that's something that they're going to have to go ahead and figure out. So we have gone and hit the end of the games here for tonight. The Game of Thrones take it home 4-0. Elfie, who is your player of the match?
My swayer of the match is Sway. I talk to Sway a lot, so I may just be like a little bit biased, but I know she's been working really, really hard on her DPS roles, and seeing it in action today, it's really nice to see that it is paying off in her benefit.
All right. And for mine, you know what? I'll give that to her. I'll give it to Sway as well. Because honestly, I know that transition from off-tank to DPS isn't the easiest. You're used to taking a lot of damage, and you're used to being in the forefront of battle. So being able to switch off and be able to play something a little bit more damage-oriented was very well done. And I think we saw her for, it was like 2-3 games? So, no, great job there. Great ultimate use. And great job here from both sides. Unfortunately, the Horned Beasts weren't able to take any wins today, but that's all right. Next week is another week. So, as we've hit the end of our show here tonight, I'm going to give my piece, as I say every night that I cast. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, tell your grandma. Tell that weird lady down the road that smells like, I don't know, she smells like butt or something. You know what I mean? Go ahead and tell her to go ahead and apply. You don't have to smell her. She can play from her house. And please, the more support that we have, the more teams that we can build, and then the bigger we can make this league. So, and this is really more of an amateur league for those of you just coming in to join us for the first time tonight. It is going to be silver to diamond, Masters GM. All that is currently on coach, but as the server builds and we start getting more of a momentum, there is nothing to say that we can't have Masters Grandmasters actually playing. And the thing is, the more support that we get from you guys, the more that we can go ahead and pay for things. Wolfie ended up winning the New York Excelsior Zenyatta Pop, signed by Jay Jonak himself. And we do have some other giveaways for you guys. And I want to thank you guys for joining us here tonight on a Wednesday. So, tomorrow, you're going to be seeing Elfie play against, who is it, Void?
Against Void.
All right, Void. So, you're going to go against, I think, prior to the league, they were considered the #1 gold team in the division. So, you got work ahead of you.
I mean, they are for now. It's been real hard, and we're really excited for tomorrow's.
Alrighty, so those of you at home, once again, thank you for joining us. I have been the Loud T-Rex, aka the Whispering Triceratops.
And I'm Elfie.
And that's Elfie. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.